everybody, Brandon Costa reporting for Sports Video Group. SVG is in South Bend, Indiana, on the beautiful campus of the University of Notre Dame. We have the pleasure now to grab a few minutes with Mr. Dan Skendzel. He's Executive Director of Notre Dame Studios. Dan, well, first off, can't thank you enough for rolling out such a welcoming red carpet for us, showing off your facilities to all of our attendees. Really, it's been a spectacular couple of days for all of us.
Well, thank you, Brandon, to SVG as well. It's been a great partnership in putting this together, and we're just really pleased to show this facility off. We believe it's unique in the space and want to share it with all of our colleagues across college and pro and other sports because they have been so generous with us in terms of sharing information and learnings that they've gone through as well.
Now, we could go through the numbers, and we've covered this facility for you a lot as regards to how many studios there are and all the different kinds of gear that's in here. But for you personally, what are a couple of the highlights of this whole thing?
Well, the fact that this is more than athletics, and we, I think, got that message across during the conference, that athletics was an engine behind it, and there are a lot of athletics events, but it's really producing for academics and faith as well. So we've tried to look at this facility from how do we future-proof it? We want it to do a lot. It's more than one venue. It's a whole campus. And what's coming in the next 3 to 5 years for campus? And these are some of the challenges that we've attempted to address in this new facility.
Now, what's it like for you to kind of see this? And we're not going to say it's done and finished. It seems like it's a constantly growing thing. But let's say as close to fruition as it could be when you were sitting there on day one talking to the various people who wanted to make this possible. What's it like to kind of turn around and see it all really happening?
Yeah, it's completely surreal. And in fact, it was at an SVG event. It was the Collegiate Sports Summit in 2013 in Atlanta. Jack Swarbrick pulled Scott Reinhardt and I aside, and he said, "Clear your calendars for the next few months. I've got a big project. I'm going to need your help with it." And that's when he had already been doing some of the groundwork, but we were ready as a university to start designing this facility. So that was 4 years ago, which is gone in a blink of an eye. 4 years later, here we are. We're standing in a beautiful South Club here of O'Neill Hall, and we have the Martin Media Center. It's truly surreal.
So how have you gone about that process? You've been at the university for much longer than that, and you come from the traditional AD administrative side. As Jack kind of teased you during his keynote, you came in with about zero experience when it comes to media and technology and things like that. So how shocked are you yourself and how far you've come along?
Well, there's no substitute for being in the right place at the right time when the right guy asks you to do something, and that's what happened with me. Is Jack needed help, and there I was, and it has been a great ride. A complete career change from 2010 on to today, where I was more operational side, and now I'm into media, but I have certainly needed to and have relied on smart people in the production world, like Scott Reinhardt and Mike Bonner, Jodane Massad, and others. So I still can focus on the operational side and let them do their magic on the production side.
You've certainly assembled kind of a super team of like sports video production people here, which is pretty impressive and to your credit. I guess lastly, like we said, this is never a closed book. It's continuing to evolve. Any specific goals for the rest of this academic year that you'd like to see happen?
Well, first of all, as you mentioned before, we're still putting the facility through its paces and fine-tuning. Our punch list is long. So it's stabilize. It's get to the point where production is just more turnkey. Right now, we're still things are new. We just did our first hockey broadcast. So, basketball's coming up, and then we've got new academic events. We're going to manage our commencement ceremonies. We have a production called ND Day. So we have productions blocked out for the calendar year. So I'd say it's get through those productions, right, and stabilize, and then we start thinking about the future and how do we grow from there.
All right, Dan, again, can't thank you enough. Really appreciate it. It's been a pleasure.
You guys. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
All right, for more coverage of SVG at Notre Dame, you can visit us online at sportsvideo.org.